Part 10, If Oak Trees Could Talk. Welcome back to my video blog, If Oak Trees Could Talk. I'm so pleased that you chose to join me this week. As always, I want you to feel at home, so I hope you have gotten you a tall, cold glass of sweet tea or your favorite drink and have gotten yourself all comfy as we continue reading today in Chapter 5, Gleaning Wisdom. Chapter 5, Gleaning Wisdom. As Amelia and her parents sat outside on the warm terrace, Amelia became silent herself. She again thought of how her parents loved one another. She also thought of how much she loved her own husband, but wondered if what she had with Robert could possibly compare to the kind of love and passion that her parents shared over the years. One thing she did know for sure was that her life wasn't full of adventure the way that her parents' lives were. As Amelia continued to think about her life and compare it to her parents, she suddenly realized that she must glean from them. As the sun continued to shine on their whitening heads, Amelia felt urgency in her heart that she had to learn how they kept the passion and adventure in their marriage. She needed to know now. Just as she turned to ask her mom a question, a nurse interrupted her. "Miss Amelia, it's time for your mother's therapy now." Amelia, disappointed, turned to her mother and kissed her. "I'll talk with you later, okay, Mama?" "Yes, dear, we'll talk later. You had better take your father inside. The sun is becoming very warm and your daddy's fair skin will burn," Helen suggested, as she always had her husband's well-being on her mind. Amelia took her mother's suggestion, and before she barely had gotten Henry back inside, he made a suggestion of his own. "Let's go see your mother," Henry said with a devilish grin. "We will, Daddy. She should be out of physical therapy pretty soon." Amelia pushed her daddy down the hallway and made several loops down and back as she stalled for time until she thought her mother would be back into her room. "You know she spent the night with me, don't you?" Henry said with a smile that told more than Amelia wanted to know. "Daddy, you and Mama are going to get in trouble." "Ah, what can they do to us? Kick us out?" "We only wish to be in such trouble as to receive that kind of punishment," Henry stated with a defiant little chuckle. "Daddy, I know you and Mama want to be home. It will happen, Daddy. It really will. I promise you, Dad, I'm working on trying to get both of you back home." "I know, dear. This has been as rough on you as it has been on us." "I'm fine, Daddy. I'm just happy for our conversation today. I truly believe that you and Mama will be home again soon." With those words said, Amelia knocked on her mother's door. She pushed her dad inside, and the room seemingly lit up as Helen smiled widely, and so did Henry. "You two act like teenagers," Amelia said with a giggle. "Nope, not really. Your mother didn't care that much for me when we were teenagers." "Now, Henry, that's not true. I just wanted to make for sure of my feelings before I agreed to go steady. My goodness, you kept me scared to death, as all you talked about since we were kids was marriage." "I had to wear her down, Amelia," Henry said with a giggle. "Well, I'm glad she gave in," Amelia replied as she shook her head and giggled as well. "Tell me, how do I keep passion in my marriage the way that you two have?" Amelia asked. "Why, honey, that's easy. We've always just put each other first. In doing that, we've never wanted for anything outside of what we have together." "Surely, Mom, it's not that simple." "Yes, dear, it's that simple. It's not always easy, but it's that simple. See, your daddy wouldn't even let me be sick first, that he didn't follow me right into this place," Helen stated with a chuckle of her own. A knock on the door interrupted the laughter and the best conversation that the Tyler family had had in a long while. "Hello, Tyler family. I'm sorry to interrupt the party, but Mrs. Tyler has more therapy and Mr. Tyler is due for his meds," Nurse Wanda stated as she looked at Amelia. "Okay, Mama, I love you. I will see you later. I'm going to keep things simple," Amelia said as she blew a kiss to her mother. "Come on, Daddy. Let me get you back to your room for your medicines. I hope that you will have a whole book of memories written down for me the next time I see you." Thank you so much for tuning in or reading along with me today to If Oak Trees Could Talk. It's my pleasure to spend this time with you each week. I would love to hear from you if you would like to contact me or make any comments. If you would like more information on this book or my other books, please go to my author page, or you can find my books on my website. I have included both of the links. Until we meet again, have an awesome week.